Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's DMC, the undefeated, undisputed Pokemon Showdown champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels! And I'm here with an exciting episode, the new family tradition. It is another edition of Showdown Sunday, and we have an NU team here. This is the first NU team I tried to do here. And as you can see through my team here, I went for the classic Dragon Steel Fairy Core. They complement each other so well. I mean, first off, let's just go by saying, what are Audino's two weaknesses? It's a fairy type. It's weak against poison, and it's weak against steel. Steelix can take both of those moves like a freaking champion, let me tell you. And what about Steelix's weaknesses? Let me talk here for a minute. His weaknesses. Well, fire. Well, what resists fire? I know. How about this guy and this guy? They both do, actually. What about ground moves? Well, Altaria could take them for free 99. However, there is a risk of rock moves coming into play since most Pokemon with Earthquake probably got Stone Edge with them as well. Or Rock Slide for that matter. So I got to be careful there. But overall, though, this team is a lot of fun. I have resistance from electricity from Altaria through Steelix and through Electivire. So they both have immunity to electricity, which is kind of interesting. With the ability Motor Drive, if I give it an electric move, it powers my speed up by 1 and I'm immune to electricity, which is pretty cool. Cacturn, I have resistance to water, which is another weakness of Steelix, which I didn't mention. He can absorb water with Water Absorb for free 99. Let me say that again, free 99. And it's so good. And Machamp here, he's got the Rapid Spin, but he's also bringing the Fist. I'm talking Iron Fist, baby. I'm talking Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Ice Punch, and more, if I wanted more. But Ice Punch, we're going to be going against a lot. And I must preface by saying a lot of grass types. Ice Punch can take care of those for us if we want them to. As well as flying Pokemon. Granted, flying Pokemon against a Hitmonchan is a little risky. But it's something, sometimes you got to make that risk. You got to make that risk sometimes. And, I'm excited to play this team. I've played it a few times, and it works pretty well. It doesn't win every game, of course. No team does. There's no team that wins 100% of their games. There's no team that doesn't. Even like the quote-unquote meta teams, they still have their weaknesses. So we're going to play some games here. I'm going to try to do 5. I'm going to try not to do too many games, but we'll do 5. Hopefully there's no disconnections or anything weird like that. But let's get into it, guys. I'm excited. So we are playing against a pretty strong team here. We got a couple fighting Pokemon. We got a Rotom. I'm thinking he's probably going to start with the Regirock. I don't know though. He may start with the Primeape. I've seen that before too. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start with Steelix and see what he does. So here comes Poliwrath. He's probably going to go for a Mean Surf, but he could go for a fighting move predicting the Cacturn. So I got to be careful here. I could go Audino, but normal Audino is going to get hurt pretty badly by a fighting type maneuver. Let me just check some damage calculations here. Again, if you don't know anything about a damage calculator, you can just Google Pokemon damage calculator. I use the one for Showdown. It's about probably the first or second search option on Google. And you could plug in your Pokemon. They have like the basic Pokemon within the formats that people usually run. And so you can kind of see what kind of moves they might have, how much damage roughly it's going to do to your Pokemon, etc., etc. So it's pretty nice. It's a good tool to use. So he's probably going to go for Focus Blast here. So I could probably safely go on Altaria. But the problem is he's probably got an Ice move on him. So maybe I can bait and switch. So here comes the Bulk Up, actually. I did not really want to see that. I was expecting a fighting move. I could go for a Draco Meteor, but it's only going to do about 63%. He may go for a second Bulk Up. I don't know. Audino. Get it, Audino? It's a Pokemon. I'm in some trouble here, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do here, actually. I can go to Electivire and hope he doesn't go for anything mean. Goes for a Circle Throw. It's going to do quite a bit of damage, and it's going to switch out. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. My Dazzling Gleam will be super effective, which is nice. So I can at least get rid of that water weakness, the fighting weakness here. So we're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. As you can see, did quite a bit of damage here. I'm just going to keep it going here. I think I can knock out this Poliwrath pretty easy. Goes for another Circle Throw. Going to force the switch into Steelix. Not the best choice for me, but I'm just going to switch back into Audino. He might just keep Circle Throwing, though. Goes for a Rest. I'm going to go for a Wish. He's going to switch. That's perfectly fine. So here comes the Muck. Now, this Muck might go for, I think he can learn Fire Blast or Flamethrower. Let me look. I'm pretty sure he can, and he may go for it, or it might go for like an Ice Punch. I gotta be careful here. I'm just gonna switch into Steelix to see what he does. Goes for the Power Up Punch, which is super effective, but not by much. I can simply go. I got the free Wish Ski there, so I took the damage for free 99. I can go ahead and throw the Stealth Rocks up, predicting the switch. So I don't think he's gonna stay in. It'd be kind of ballsy if he does. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Yep, he did switch out to Regirock actually. Now, Regirock is a mean son of a gun, let me tell you. Let's see here. Let me go to Steelix. Again, I'm just doing some calculations here. So, Earthquake's going to do about 31%. Not a whole lot. I could throw on a Toxic on him, and he's probably going to go for Drain Punch. So, that's what I'm going to throw on the Toxic. He goes for his own Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for the Toxic here. If I were to guess, he's going to go for a Drain Punch. So, I need to figure out what I want to do into that. What do I want to go into? Do I want to go into the Hitmonchan? Cacturn gets torn up by that because I think my Hitmonchan should be quicker than a Regirock. I mean, Regirock's a big guy. Hitmonchan's more of an agile type of dude, right? So I am quicker unless he's banded or something. Or Scarfed, I meant. Let me go ahead and Hitmonchan it up and see what he does. So he switches into Poliwrath, which is asleep. Unfortunately for me, I don't have Thunder Punch. I don't think Drain Punch is going to do quite enough. So let me, again, just take a look here. Drain Punch does about 50%. You know what? I'm going for it. Screw it. I'm going for it. Screw it. We're doing it live. 38%. So he's obviously bulky invested, which makes sense since he was bulk upping earlier. He's got Sleep Talk, so he's a Sleep Talker. That is problematic. So it looks like he's high in defense. So far we know his full set here. So he has Circle Throw, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Bulk Up. I'm going to go for Drain Punch again. See what he does. He's probably just going to go for Rest. He's still asleep, so we actually... Circle Throw is going to make a switch, so that's kind of a bummer. So here's Audino. I don't know what I'm going to do. Actually, I do. I'm going to go and hit that Dazzling Gleam. He's actually... He's quicker than me, but he went for the Sleep Talk. And we're going to knock him out that Dazzling Gleam. And he forfeits, so the first win is to us. And the knockout was actually from Audino. I mean, I don't know about that. But Audino is looking pretty powerful. As you see, my ranking went up just a hair there. Just a frog hair. Or a Poliwrath hair. Or a Politoed hair. Seismitoad hair, really. In other words, a very small margin. So now we got another battle here ahead of us. Another Poliwrath in the mix here. We got a Charizard, Malamar, Golurk, Aurorus. I think that's how you pronounce it right. And Cradily, I believe. It is Cradily, not Lileep. So, who's he going to start with? Probably Cradily, right? I mean, or Golurk. It also sets up here. So I got to think here. Who's going to be the best option here? I could go to Cacturn. I think Steelix, Stealth Rocks might be the better option. You know what? I'm going Cacturn. See what he does. So he goes Aurorus, actually, which is not the best scenario for me at all. In fact, probably the worst case scenario out of that. So let me think here for a minute here. So he can Hyper Voice, which is going to do a lot of damage to just about anything here. I can go into Audino, which is actually probably my play here. So it's going to go for the Blizzard. Does not get the freeze, thankfully. Excuse me here. I'm going to go in for Wish. Get my health back. Goes for the Flash Cannon. Doesn't do a whole lot. I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam. Now I can easily just probably stall this Aurorus out. I had to get a nice little crit there. I'm going to get another Wish off. I'm just going to go ahead and click Wish again and then Dazzling Gleam. So that's going to be basically my play here, unless he switches. Is Wish, Dazzling Gleam, Wish, Dazzling Gleam until I knock this out. I do not think it runs any type of healing abilities. I could be wrong though. And he surrenders. Man. Alright, so that's 2 games down so far. No knockouts that battle. If we get too many forfeits, I will do a couple extra battles here. But I did say 5, so far we're sticking to the 5 format. So we'll see where we are after these next couple games here. So we're going against a mono poison team, which kind of sucks for me because two of my Pokemon actually are really weak against that. I've seen a lot of mono teams in NU, by the way. I seen a bug one the other day. I was like, why are people doing this? But it wasn't too bad. I won that game, but still, it was still pretty close. I think Steelix is my play. He's probably going to start Wheezing. Starts the Wheezing as predicted. So I'm probably just going to go for Heavy Slam here. He's probably going to burn us, which sucks for me. Which is going to reduce our damage here a little bit. So he does burn me. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Heavy Slam. I do 14%, which is not a lot at all. I'm going to switch to Audino. The thing about Audino is I'm not going to Mega Evolve at this game because he has so much poison Pokemon. Goes for the Fire Blast, misses. I'm going to go for the Heal Bell. Going to get that burn off of us. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so I'm just going to get the burn off both of our Pokemon here. So basically, he wasted his turn there. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Wish and probably just switch back into Steelix, even though Steelix didn't take a whole lot of damage there. I go for the Wish. I'm hurt by the burn here. Go for the Heal Bell again. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp again. This guy likes burning people, I can tell you that much right now. Let's go for the Wish again. This is going to be probably a long game, honestly, because it's just going to be a stall battle. Switch back and he's just going to keep Will-O-Wisping, though. Like, that's just all he's doing. He's just trying to Will-O-Wisp everything. Goes for the Fire Blast, predicts the switch, but I'm going to get that Wish off anyways. He's probably just going to go for Will-O-Wisp yet again. I'm going to set my Stealth Rocks. Goes for it again. I get my Stealth Rocks up. Now, I could keep switching back and forth. I don't think I'm going to, though. The thing about Weezing is Audino does not knock it out in one hit with the Draco Meteor. It's about 80%. I can maybe hit 2 off and knock it out, even though that lowers my thing there, but he's going to burn me more than likely. So he goes for the Fire Blast, which I resist. I luckily don't get burned. Going for the Draco Meteor. Hopefully does quite a bit. I could just, 2 KO him. So here comes the Roselia. Roselia's going to take a big hit there, but it's going to be perfectly fine. Probably has Synthesis. This is probably going to be a long battle, actually, like I said. Roselia could go defensive or offensive. Does have Synthesis. I could switch, predicting that. I'm just going to go for an Ice Punch with Hitmonchan. Hopefully... I don't want this battle to be super long. Goes for the Leech Seed, actually, which is really annoying. Let's see. He might switch out. I could Rapid Spin it, or I could simply go for an Ice Punch and hope he doesn't switch. I'm going to do that. He protects, so I guarantee he's probably going to switch out next turn. I'm going for the Rapid Spin. He does, in fact, switch back into Weezing. I'm going to get the Rapid Spin off. Get those nasty Leech Seeds off me here. So let's see. Weezing, which we know is fairly defensive here. Hitmonchan doesn't do anything to him at all. He's probably going to go for a Will-O-Wisp or a Fire Blast again, because that's what he's been doing pretty much all game. So Cacturn's definitely not going. I could probably bring back out an Altaria here. Goes for the Sludge Bomb, gets a crit, and the Poison. Wow. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rest, and then switch out. I have Natural Cure, so it's going to wake me up when I switch out. He may switch back out, and he does, into Roselia. And I was thinking about smashing the Fire Blast button, but I think healing my Altaria is a little bit better there. So he might go for the Leech Seed again, so I could probably go safely in a Cacturne here. He might have Sludge Bomb. But let me think here for a minute. My Dark Pulse will knock out Roselia. Oh, hold on, that was Weezing. Let me look at Roselia here. Dark Pulse will not, but Sucker Punch might if it goes for the Sludge Bomb. Which it probably will. Well, actually, it won't knock it. It's 49 to 50 some percent. A little risky. A little risky on my part if I do that. I could go back into Hitmonchan, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to Hitmonchan. He's going to go for the Leech Seed and misses. I'm going to go ahead and go. He's probably just going to protect again. I'll just go for Ice Punch. He does switch into Weezing once again here. I'm going to get my Ice Punch off. 25%. Will it freeze him? It does not freeze him. The freeze hacks would have been really nice there. Just going to go back in Altaria. I mean, this is going to be a game where we just switch back and forth here for a minute. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp, so it's going to neuter some of my damage here. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast, hoping he switches into Roselia. He may just stay in and go for a Sludge Bomb. He switches back into Roselia. Fire Blast might knock it out, and it does. So Roselia goes down at the hands of Altaria, which is really nice for us. So now we don't have to worry about the Roselia. But we still have a Pelutra, poison Pokemon. That's just going to be a hindrance. So here comes the Muck. Here comes the Muck. So Muck, usually looks like they run Choice Band on the Mucks. So he's gonna be damaged. He's gonna have Ice Punch. So we're definitely gonna want to swap out here. I just don't know who to switch into really. Probably Audino and then go for the Heal Bell. So here comes Audino. Goes for the Ice Punch. I'm gonna take it just fine. I'm gonna go for the Heal Bell. See what he does. He might go for a Focus Punch. Goes for a Power Punch. I'm going to go for the Wish. Goes for another Power Punch. So now Audino is actually really low, which really sucks for us here. I'm going to switch back in Altaria now that he's doing a Power Punch here. And we're going to heal all that damage back up. But he's very powerful right now. Very powerful. Altaria should be quicker, but it's not going to knock him out, so I don't want to stay in necessarily. He's probably going to go for Ice Punch again. So we'll go back into Audino. Goes for the Ice Punch and knocks Audino out. That's fine. Sometimes you got to make a sacrifice, and that was the one we had to make there. So Hitmonchan isn't going to do a whole lot against him either. He's very strong right now. Electivire might be the one we want to go into and hit Earthquake. I don't want to lose Electivire this early, but he's really the only one that can do anything to him besides maybe Steelix. And Power Punch is not something Steelix wants to eat. So we're going to go and bring in Electivire. He may switch out into Weezing or maybe even Haunter, but I'm going to go Earthquake anyways. Because even if he switches out, that's great for me because he gets rid of all of his buffs there. So he does switch out into Weezing, which is perfectly fine. I had no choice. I had to go for it. I had to risk it. Otherwise, if I went for something else, I would have just taken a tremendous amount of damage, which I couldn't afford at the time. I'm going to go for a Wild Charge here. I'm going to take a decent amount of damage there. He goes for a Will-O-Wisp, which might hinder our damage here by quite a bit, and it does. I no longer have Audino anymore to take away the burn, which is kind of a problem. I'm just going to keep going for it. I think I will knock him out. He goes for the Pain Split, so never mind. It's going to just be a Pain Splitter. That sucks for us. I don't know what to really do. I could go Hitmonchan, but it's not going to do a whole lot against Weezing. Maybe I could go for Ice Punch. I mean, Cacturne would be great, but he's got Sludge Bomb. I'm going Hitmonchan. Goes for the Sludge Bomb. He must have predicted the Cacturne, which is fine. I'm going to go Ice Punch. Excuse me. Maybe I'll get the Freeze Hacks. He'll probably just go Sludge Bomb again. Maybe I should go for a Drain Punch. Actually, he switches in a Haunter. So Ice Punch was the right call. Inadvertently, I was actually about to switch to the Drain Punch, which would have really sucked for us. So we got rid of the Hunter, so that's good for us. I didn't expect that at all, actually. Here comes the Muck. The Muck might be running Shadow Sneak, which would knock us out. I don't really have anything that could just take it non-resistant, you know what I mean? So, the Ice Punch, Power Punch. I'm just going to go for Drain Punch and try to heal off of him a little bit. I'm going to lose a little bit from Life Orb. Goes for the Power Punch. We're going to live it. He's going to get a little bit of buff off that. I'm going to go ahead and Drain Punch one more time. It's going to knock us out. He's going to Shadow Sneak, actually, which is fine. This is a risk. This is a huge risk. That's such a huge risk. I don't know. Steelix. Steelix is really tanky, but even if I... I mean, he might switch. He might switch into Gengar, or not Gengar, but Weezing. Heavy Slam will be close to knocking him out, but it won't knock him out. Well, it can if it's a high roll. I'm going for it because I think he's going to switch. He doesn't switch, but it doesn't take that much damage. I go for the Heavy Slam, and I knock him out anyway. So, fine play there. A little risky. I got a high roll there. If I got a lower roll, it would not have knocked him out. Here comes the Weezing getting hit by those nasty Stealth Rocks. Just going to Heavy Slam. He's probably going to Pain Split. Maybe I should switch back in Electivire in that case. He goes for the Pain Split. I hit the Heavy Slam getting 20% off there. He's probably just going to keep Pain Splitting. I'm actually just going to switch an Electivire. I think that's the better play. I need to keep Steelix up against Arbok and Seviper here, the snakes of his team. So let's go ahead and bring out Electivire, because if he Pain Splits, I don't think he's going to get any health back. In fact, we might actually get a little health out of it, because we're pretty low. Goes for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm already burned, so that's perfectly fine with me. We're not going to do a whole lot with this Wild Charge, but it's better than nothing. He might actually switch out even, because he seems to really want to keep this Weezing. Here's the Wild Charge. 17% is not a lot, but it's better than nothing. We're going to get knocked out. He went for a Sludge Bomb. Now, here's the question. Do I bring out the Cacturne? Sucker Punch would probably knock him out. I say we risk it because here's the thing. Cacturne's not necessarily going to be great against either of these two guys, really. I mean, he's going to be okay if I can be faster than him. I should be faster than Weezing anyways with Cacturne. But Sucker Punch is a safer play, so we're going to go Sucker Punch. I failed. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. This guy right here. This freaking guy. He may just go for a Pain, so I'm just going to go Dark Pulse. I should have went for it in the beginning. It was risky. He could have been maybe quicker than me. I don't know. Stat-wise, he shouldn't be, but that doesn't mean he wouldn't be. So here comes the Arbok. Arbok might be faster. Let me take a look here. He is faster, so Sucker Punch is our play. I think we're just going to sacrifice the Cacturne here. He actually goes for Coil, doesn't he? He does. Alright, so we're going to go for Dark Pulse. We're actually faster than him, and we hit a crit. I don't know if the crit would have mattered because traditionally, Dark Pulse hits anywhere between 79 and 94%. If I would have got a high roll, it may have just knocked him out anyways. We're just going to go for it again. Screw it. I mean, I don't know what he's going to do here. We still have Steelix up, so he's probably got Flamethrower with some Viper, but I think we can. If he forfeits, so that's a third forfeit in a row. We win 3 in a row, guys. 3-0 so far, so this team's actually doing pretty good. Some risky moves on my play. For some reason, I outsped the Arbok. Stat-wise, I shouldn't be able to outspeed it, but maybe it had no speed investment. It was all defensive and offensive. I don't know. But, Audino. Honestly, I try not to make those puns, but then I think about it after I say it. So we're going to get an interesting team here. I'm going to guess he might start Chatot, maybe Gastrodon, or maybe Throw. That's a risky play. Also, I'm just going to go Steelix. Here comes the Spinda. Did not expect the Spinda. So let's take a look. Steelix. Alright, so I could just go for a Heavy Slam here, but I'm just going to actually go for the Stealth Rock, see what he does. He goes for Super Power. Again, I'm very defensive invested with Steelix. He's a straight tank on this team. But he still brings out the damage. So we're going to go Heavy Slam. He's going to go Super Power. Yet again, I'm probably going to have to switch out after this one. Doesn't do a whole lot because of the defensive investment there. I'm actually probably got to switch out an Altaria. And it still will do a lot of damage to me. I'm going to resist it. He's going to get his buffs here. I'm wondering if, and it probably will. I'm going to look though. Draco Meteor should knock it out. He does have a fairy type, so he could resist it for free. I'm going to go for it anyways. He stays in, and it knocks it out. So Altaria takes a KO on the Spinda. He could have brought out the Mr. Mime, which, I mean, if you printed it, but maybe he didn't think I was going to go for it because of that. I don't know. Audino. So here goes the Gastrodon, Water Ground type. He's probably going to go for an Ice move. Maybe not, though. He may not have one. I don't. He might just go for a toxic. I have to switch out either way. I'm gonna switch to Audino. See what he does. Goes for an ice beam, so he did have an ice move. The traditional set runs Scald, Recover, Toxic, Earth Power, so I wasn't sure. But you can never necessarily take those like for banned because like a lot of people switch things up. I do too. Like when I look things up, I use a lot of different things that some people may not use just because I'm like things I've been running into and things that my team needs. This is the move I need. Like when I was running Moonblast and Altaria a couple videos ago, not too many people were running that on their like set quote unquote list there. I'm gonna go ahead and protect. I'm gonna heal up Audino, and then I'm probably gonna heal up Steelix. Will I live a skull though? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I could heal up Altaria. I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam. We should be able to win this. It's just gonna take a little while. Goes for the burn. That's okay. I'm gonna go Wish and maybe Heal Bell. So here comes the Ice Beam. We must have predicted the switch. And then I'm gonna Heal Bell, take off the burn, and I should live a skull pretty easily. The thing is, I could switch in a Cacturn predicting the Scald, but if he Ice Beams, it's dead. It's a risky play. I'm doing it. Screw it. I'm doing it. Oh no, he did it. Oh, but I lived. I should be faster than him, Giga Drain. Come on, baby. We're going to get all that HP back if he stays in. Not all of it, but we're going to get a good bit of it. Because it should knock him out. He switches into Leafeon. He resists it, but I get a lot of health back. Now, Leafeon might be quicker. Let me take a look here. I was hoping he'd just stay in. Oh, that was scary though. That was a risk. And I had a feeling even though he should be faster than me, Sucker Punch might knock him out. But it's too risky. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. I'm actually probably going to switch out into Altaria. Goes for the Iron Tail, which does a whole lot actually. Eesh. That was a bad play then. Switching to Steelix. Ah, man, this is tough, actually. I'm in a tough predicament here against this Leafeon. And it's actually probably faster than me if it has any type of speed investment. Otherwise, I could simply go for Fire Blast or even Rest here. It's a risky play. I'm probably going to have to let Altaria go, though. I'm just going to have to do it. Sorry, Altaria. It had to be done. I couldn't risk taking any more damage on Steelix. And Audino Iron Tail may have lived it, but here we go. Hitmonchan, let's go ahead and hit that Ice Punch. If he stays in, he may switch out. Goes for the Leaf Blade, does a whole lot of damage there. Ice Punch is going to knock it out. The crit did not matter. But Hitmonchan is really low. He might bring out the Chatot. He might bring out the Throw. So here comes the Throw. I'm not sure if Throw's quicker, but it probably has Mach Punch. Let's see. I mean, I could go for my own Mach Punch here. But I think it might be worth saving. He might even go for a knockoff, predicting the switch, trying to take an item off somebody. I could probably safely go in Audino. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Audino. He goes for the Ice Punch, actually. Predicting the Cacturn, maybe. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and hit Wish. He switches back out to Mr. Mime. I get a Wish here. I'm going to switch into Steelix because I don't think... Well, hold up. Well, it's too late now. Charge Beam, I'm immune to it. Boom, and we heal up to 100%. That's huge for us. Heavy Slam, he's probably going to switch because this is going to be super effective. The reason why I held back, I was like, maybe he can learn a Fire Punch or something, but there it is. And Mr. Mime goes down to Steelix, the almighty Steelix himself. Put it in the work with a Heavy Slam. Here comes Chatot. Now, Chatot is a powerful son of a gun. I've had some issues in the past against Chat Tots and their boom bursts. It might have Heat Wave, and Heat Wave will do a decent amount of damage to us. Heavy Slam will probably knock it out if we survive, but do I risk that? We risk it. Goes to the Heat Wave. I survive. Heavy Slam knocks it out. Steelix taking another body here. Steelix is a hero. You may have heard of Superman, but let me tell you, when they wear an S on their chest like that, it actually means Steelix, because this man is a hero. Here comes the Gastrodon, probably going to go for a water move. Might predict the switch and go for an ice move. Do I risk the Cacturn yet again? I do. I absolutely do. I think he's going to go for it, and he does. We're going to get a little bit of health off that. We're going to be able to get a free Giga Drain off because we are quicker, I do believe. I'm pretty sure. And we get this, and there it is. Cacturn taking a body as well. Giga Drain's getting almost to 100%, and he forfeits 4-0, guys. We are on fire. Holy crap. Call me butter, because, baby, I'm on a roll. We're going to go for the 5th and final match here. This will be our last match. But, guys, we have been on fire. Hopefully we can win this, make it a 5-0, but, I mean, even if we lose one, I mean, a 4-1 is still pretty good. And, man, this has been a lot of fun. This has been a really fun team to play with. Like I said, that Steel Fairy Dragon Core in this and NU is really strong. And I'm pretty sure the only fully evolved Dragon Pokemon is Altaria in this format. I could be mistaken. And the only Mega in this format is Mega Audino. So Audino is pretty strong, very tanky. So who's he going to start with here? Maybe Claydol? Maybe Vileplume? Decisions. Very risky, but I'm doing it. Here comes the Scyther, actually. Not a good scenario for me, but it is what it is. Might go for a Swords Dance. Maybe goes for an Aerial Ace. Or a U-turn, even. I'm going to have to switch regardless. I'm going Steelix, which is who I should have started off with anyways. Goes for the U-turn. I'm going to resist it. He's probably going to bring out Vileplume, maybe Regirock. I don't think Lantern's coming out. Here comes the Claydol, actually. I'm not super worried about Claydol. He is going to be his Rapid Spinner as well. Let me look and see here. Heavy Slam's going to do about 30-some%. Earth Power is actually going to do a tremendous amount of damage to us if we allow it to happen. I could switch to Altaria. Tough decisions. I could go for Toxic. I could go for the Stealth Rock. Maybe because he predicts. I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. What should I do? I could go Cacturn. I probably wouldn't take too much damage. I'm going to go Cacturn and hope for the best here. Goes for the power. I take 70%, resist it. The reason why I started off with Cacturn actually is I thought he was going to start with Claydol. I could go for a Giga Drain, but chances are he's going to switch back into Scyther. Dark Pulse will knock it out as well. He is faster than I am, though. In fact, Dark Pulse does not knock him out. I'm going to go for Giga Drain. He brings out the Scyther yet again. I'm going to get a little bit of health, a very little bit of health. Actually, lose more than gain. Brings back the Scyther. It's going to be a back and forth for a minute, it looks like. So I'm going to switch back into Steelix. It's going to U-turn probably back into Claydol because he's going to win this trade-off here. So I need to think about what I really want to do here. Brings out the Vileplume this time around. Vileplume is pretty dangerous as well. I could probably safely switch into Altaria and hit a Fire Blast. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. But it won't go for a Sludge Bomb, I think. It might go for HP Fire. I'm going for Altaria. Let's see what he does. Goes for Hidden Power Fire. So we're going to go ahead and hit... What would he think I'm going to do? He probably thinks I'm going to hit a Fire Blast, right? So he'll probably switch into something that doesn't want to take a Fire Blast. Like, I'm going Draco Meteor. Screw it. We're going to take a risk here. Here comes the Regirock. We did a tremendous amount of damage here. The right call on my part there, because I had a feeling he was not just going to take a free Fire Blast. I could go for a second. Draco Meteor. Hopefully it knocks him out, even though I got the little less special attack. I'm going to go for it. He switches out into Lantern. I hit another Draco Meteor, getting a little bit of damage off. Will he go for an electric move or a water move? I'm going to go for Electivire. Hopefully he hits an electric move. I get that speed up. Electivire is actually really strong against his team as a whole. He might even go for an ice move. Let's see. He might go for a Volt Switch. So here comes the Electivire. Goes for the Volt Switch. We're going to get that speed up, and it's not going to be able to switch out. That's huge for us. So he could switch out. I really want to hit an Earthquake here, but he might switch out into something else. Obviously, Scyther could take it for free. Claydol might have Levitate, I think. Does it have Levitate? I think it does, actually. It does, in fact, have Levitate, so I'm right there. So you can take 2. Earthquake's probably not going to go through. I can go for Hidden Power Grass. So here comes the Regirock, actually. Hidden Power Grass doesn't knock him out, but it does a decent amount of damage there. I can safely hit Hidden Power Grass again. And I should be quicker. Especially with my speed up. So he's probably just going to give us the Regirock for free 99 here. Which is a fine play. That's an okay play. So he knows that I'm Life Orbed because of the damage here. So here comes Claydol. Now Claydol is an interesting Pokemon. I could probably go for Ice Punch. I am faster, of course. Ice Punch is going to do about 75%, but Earth Power is going to knock us out. Is it worth the risk? Is it worth it? I don't think it is. I really don't. I could switch in Altaria. I'm going to switch in Altaria. I resist it for free. But what's his play here? Does he go back in the Lantern? I hit Draco Meteor again. I think that's what I do. See what he does. Let's see, Altaria. Draco Meteor does about 66 to 77% to Claydol. So I could probably 2-hit it with Draco Meteor, even with the less damage there. So he goes for a Psyshock, does a decent amount. I hit the Draco Meteor, going to do 85%. Very high roll. Must be short on the special defensive side there. I'm going to hit another Draco Meteor. Goes for another Psyshock. And we're going to miss the Draco Meteor, which sucks for us. So he's going to go for another Psychic move, potentially. Cacturn should be able to take that for free 99. We're going to go ahead and switch out. He's probably going to switch into Scyther, predicting the Giga Drain. And if that's the case, I'm just going to go for Dark Pulse. Goes for the Shadow Ball, which I resist. I hit the Dark Pulse. He has a barrier to reduce the damage, but he's still going to go down regardless. So I should have went for the Giga Drain, but I thought I was going to switch it to the Scyther, which is probably going to bring out now, actually. So here comes the Scyther as predicted. I'm going to switch back into Steelix. It goes for the U-turn, which I resist. Probably going to bring out Lantern. So the question is, do I just hit Earthquake? Do I just hit Earthquake if he does bring it out? Because I don't think Scald is going to knock us out. And if I switch, he might go for an Ice move, actually predicting the catch. He actually brings out Tauros, which is perfectly fine. So he probably has Earthquake on Tauros. But since he was so reluctant to do so, maybe he doesn't. He might have Fire Blast as well. So either way, I think Altaria is a good option. Then maybe I could hit Rest for free. Or I just sacrifice it. I can actually bring Audino out as well, which is actually probably my better play. So I'm going to bring out Audino. Goes for the Fire Blast and misses. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve and hit a Dazzling Gleam for free. Now what I could do here is Wish and maybe bring out my Cactus or Altaria and take a risk here. So here goes the Rock Climb. I hit the Dazzling Gleam and do quite a bit of damage there. I'm going to go ahead and Wish. Goes for the Iron Tail and misses. I hit the Wish. I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam. Goes for the Fire Blast. I resist it. And here comes the Dazzling Gleam. And I'm going to get that heal off. I'm going to go for another Dazzling Gleam and knock out the Tauros. Wow, he hits a crit and 1% health. Wow. Audino. Audino with the 1% here. Very scary. Goes out with the Vileplume. I don't think I outspeed it. I'm just probably just going to let myself fall here. I'm going to go for a Wish, and I get the Wish off Sludge Bomb. I'm just going to give it to Electivire. Ice Punch. Will he switch out? Electivire might be able to take out his team by himself here. I'm going to take some decent damage here, but the Wish should come through strongly here. So here comes the Lantern. I hit the Ice Punch. He resists it. I'm going to get the Wish now 100%. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Earthquake, even though he might switch into Scyther, predicting it. Go for the Earthquake, knock out the Lantern, so Electivire pick up a kill here. Down to 2 Pokemon. Here comes the Vileplume, hitting the Ice Punch. Going to get the Ice Punch, only 47%. Hits the Giga Drain, going to get some health back. I'm just going to keep the Ice Punches going. I'm probably going to lose Electivire here, but that's perfectly fine. Goes for the Synthesis, so he's going to keep doing that. Okay, so I have an idea. So Ice Punch, Synthesis. Switch to Altaria, Synthesis. Go for Rest. Sludge Bomb. Alright, now here I'm going to switch and probably... I'm just going to take it for free. Let me just take that Sludge Bomb for free. No use in losing a Pokemon over it, right? So... throw some heavies for a minute. Throw some heavies. Actually, we'll set up Stealth Rocks for the Scyther, because Scyther will take quite a bit of damage from us. So it's going to go for a Hidden Power. I'm going to go ahead and... switch to Altaria here. See what he does. Goes for the Hidden Power again, which I resist. Gonna go for the Fire Blast. Which he doesn't know I have, but he's got to suspect that I have it. So here's the Fire Blast. Gonna almost knock it out. Goes for the Sludge Bomb. Almost knocks us out. Does not get the poison. If this Fire Blast hits, and it does, Vileplume is going down. And it's down to Scyther, and it's down to Altaria. Scyther's taking a tremendous amount of damage. 50% on the Stealth Rocks. Goes to the Aerial Ace. That's perfectly fine here. I could go for a free Sucker Punch, but I think I'm just going to go Hitmonchan and hit Ice Punch. And it should knock him out if I'm faster, which I might not be. Aerial Ace might knock us out, but that's fine. Here we go, Hitmonchan. Hear my brother in the background there. He's excited. He's cheering me on. He's cheering me on. Goes for the Roost. He has Roost. I did not expect that. Here comes the Ice Punch. So now we're back at it again. So I have another idea. I'm going to switch into Steelix. Goes for the Roost. I'm going to go for Toxic. We're going to slowly wear this son of a gun down. Goes for the Swords Dance. I'm going for the Toxic. We're going to heal up with the Stealth, or not the Stealth Rocks, but the Leftovers. And I'm going to hit Heavy Slam here. Goes for the Aerial Ace, which I resist. Heavy Slam is going to do 40% plus the Toxic. And we should be able to slowly bring this guy down here. Shouldn't be an issue at all. Another Aerial Ace. Heavy Slam. And the Toxic. And that's game, guys. 5-0 on this edition. Wow, I did not expect going 5-0 on this, going into this. Like, honestly, I've said it before. I'm not, like, super into the competitive scene, but I'm getting more and more into it. And honestly, I'm getting a little bit better at team building, too, as the time progresses, as it will. Like, that's the only way you get better is the more you play, the better you get, right? But, wow, what a team. Like, that was a lot of fun. And the thing is, I think this is a really solid team. Please comment below what you guys think about this team. What's some changes you guys might make? What do you think about the dynamic here? What do you guys think about going 5-0? You know, I mean, it's not like a tournament or anything like that, but still really cool. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I love the Pokemon that I have on this team. Steelix coming in strong. I mean, really strong in those games. I mean, Superman Steelix is in it. I might have to nickname him Superman because, man, he was on fire. But, guys, that's going to be it of this video. I mean, like I said, comment below what you guys thought, but also comment below what you guys would like to see next week or in the upcoming week in terms of what kind of teams, what kind of tiers you guys want to see me mess around with. Maybe you guys want to see a specific mono team, like an all-electric team. I'll do it. I'll do it. Just let me know what you guys want. If you guys really want a specific thing, definitely upvote that, and I'll pick whatever gets upvoted the most, really, and I'll just go for it. I don't care. I mean, I have fun. I have fun playing this game. I have fun with Pokemon, and I've been playing Pokemon since I've been about 7 years old. I am now 25, gonna be 26 next month. I'm an old man. I've been playing Pokemon for quite some time, almost 20 years. I know we're celebrating the 20th anniversary. I don't think I've been playing for 20 years. It's probably been 19 or 18 years, but it's been pretty close to 20 years for me, which is remarkable to me, crazy to me. The only other constant in my life is wrestling, and that's what this channel really is about. It's about Pokemon and wrestling, two things that's been in my life for almost 20 years, both of them, almost 20 years, and I love both. But guys, like I said, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want. But until next time, guys, in the immortal words of Gary Oak, smell you later, chumps. Peace.